What is going on, everybody? Slims here. This video is going to be focused on Alien and how to deal with its pressure a bit more effectively. Now I want to start off with the disclaimer that there's no guaranteed way to deal with any character's pressure in Mortal Kombat X. There were too many mix-ups, overheads and lows, projectiles, too much guessing for you to always know what your opponent's going to do. What this series is to help you guys is to understand what you can punish, what you can't punish, what you can get out of, what your opponent is abusing and you're allowing them to abuse. So that's the disclaimer. Let's get on to the video. Now the first thing I want to touch on is the overly abused overhead move or the tail flip that Alien has, back forward 4. Now if you have a 6-frame move, you can actually punish this. I'm going to start off with Liu Kang because he has a 6-frame forward 1. So just wait for it. As you guys can see, that move is -7. But my forward 1 is 6 frames, meaning I can punish it. Now the timing is pretty specific, only 1 frame. But if you have your timing right, if you practice it often, you can get it about 80% of the time, and that's for me. You can probably get it 100% of the time if you're even more skilled. His overhead flip EX is -17. The problem with this is that a lot of people have to deal with guessing with Alien so often that when they actually do guess right and they block the overhead EX version, their reaction to punishing it isn't fast enough to where Alien isn't able to block. Most of the time when you actually try to punish it, he's already in a form where he can actually block or punish. So what I would recommend is, you guys, if you do block the move, instead of doing like a standing 1, let's say my standing 1 is 9 frames, but I have a 7-frame standing 2, it does less damage, but it's 2 frames faster, go for the faster punish. It gives you 2 frames more to where even if you don't react fast enough, you still can press the fastest button you have to have a chance to actually punish Alien. Going through Alien's frame data, Alien does not have any safe special moves, depending on if you have a 6-frame move or faster. So as you can see, there's no move that Alien has that is not -7 or higher, no special move. So, meaning you can punish all of these if he goes for it. You just have to keep your guessing on point and your reactions also on point. None of Alien's strings have gaps in them, even if he does a special cancel. Except for one, SOS. If he does a special cancel after this string, you can backdash and also again EX punish. Moving on to Alien's Tarkatan Rush, every single move of his Tarkatan Rush is negative. He can make it safe if he decides to delay it, but if he decides to delay it, you can backdash, and if you can backdash, you can also EX punish. Now, that EX punish could be maybe 35%, or even if it's just a little 12%, it still does damage and gets you away from Alien if you do want to get away from Alien. Keep in mind that the backdash is pretty tricky. Reason being is because Alien can decide how significant he wants his delay to be. So it's always going to be hard to get to when is the perfect time to backdash. This is why I recommend you do a armor reversal instead of always going for a backdash. The armor reversal is guaranteed, but the backdash is not. And if you mistime the backdash, you can actually eat a full combo for it. But if you're on, let's say, 1% health, it's your only option, of course you want to go for that backdash. Moving on to Alien's acidic variation, I want to stress the fact that Alien cannot outzone you if you have decent zoning options of your own. His Exo Sting ability, also known as his zoning ability, only does 1.5 damage if it does not touch you directly. Someone like Liu Kang could do air fireballs, can pretty much negate that move altogether, and the trades would always be in Liu Kang's favor. The trick to this is to keep full screen distance away from Alien as he does his zoning. To show you guys what this is going to look like, as you guys can see, it does damage to me because the ass on the floor, but it's not too significant of a damage, and if I do my instant airs, I negate that and beat him out every time with the zoning. Alien's acid blood is +1 if I'm this distance, but if I'm this distance, it becomes, I think, up to +14. You want to keep this in mind because if I do a combo like this, that means that I can actually do a forward 2 after that, which will jail and lead into a lot of chip damage and damage overall that you can't even break or get out of. So if I do a combo like, let me just show you guys that Liu Kang is backdashing. If I do this combo, that all jails. You can't get out of none of that. Now, of course, you can block it, but it does do chip damage nonetheless. That's about all the tips I have for dealing with Alien. There's not much to mention with Conjurer because basically all I have to do is guess right. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.